Hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. I welcome you. So, what is happening? Um, I don't know where you are, but I know for sure that it is cold here. I'm wearing my little sweatshirt here, and we survived the eclipse. All of us, a day passed, and we all have survived the eclipse, and that is great news. Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So tonight I want to share with you three wisdoms from the man Gordon Ramsay. Now you may like his style, you may not like his style. I don't know. You may not. And but the man has got a story for sure. He's got a great story. But tonight is not about his story. It's about three of his non-negotiable behaviors. And when I learned about these, I cannot disagree because I'm a big fan of all these three. I've actually talked about these three, maybe not in this sequence or context, but MVPs. Yeah, I love that MVP. MVP is pretty good, I gotta say. Um, there's a few things that I've come up with, but um, MVP and life mileage. I would say these two are my favorites. Those are my favorites. But so Gordon shares his three non-negotiable behaviors. Right. If you're here live, drop a little comment. Say you're here. If you're liking what you see, Hector, I see you on TikTok, bro. Throw some love, hearts, something, comments. I appreciate that. Hey, this Thursday, before I forget, I have the most, I mean, I don't even know what to say. The most amazing human on the planet, Michelle Churchill, on Thursdays with Sean, and that is at 5 p.m. Pacific this Thursday. This is a woman who went from being a single mom, um, wearing multiple hats, professional hats, getting to network marketing, saying no for 5 years, hard no. And then um, she's just broke every single record that you can imagine in the past year. It's just been unbelievable to see her just I can't even say climb up. It just through everything. So I'm gonna have her on this Thursday. I'm gonna be and I want to share this with you. I want to make sure that people understand this. If you're new to my lives, Thursdays with Sean is not a training. We're not going over how she built a business, although that would be very interesting. But that's a whole different life. I don't do trainings per se. This is the story behind the glory, right? I break down the story. I go deep on the story. I like stories, so I like to hear the behind the curtain, if you would, what's going on. So that's what this Thursdays with Sean is, and it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, she's amazing. She's amazing. So Michelle Churchill. So let's get on with tonight. Three non-negotiables from Gordon Ramsay. Thank you, Jenny. Um, so Francisco, I see you. Welcome. Throw some love, brother. So the first non-negotiable behavior by Gordon Ramsay is being a sponge. Now, interesting thing is, I have used this term pretty much for, I'd say, over 25 years. Multiple jobs, interviews, trainings. I love using this word sponge. Okay. And he says, you got to be a sponge. You got to just learn and learn and learn. One thing I want to share with you with a sponge, and you got to be super conscious of this, is that sponge picks up both clean and dirty water, greasy and non-greasy stuff, right? So be careful of the environment. At the same time, be a sponge, be a learner, be thirsty for knowledge, right? Be conscious of what's going on around you. You can learn stuff all day, every day, right? So the first one is be a sponge. The second one, this is by far my favorite one. I love this one. I cannot stress this enough. The second one is take it professional, not personal. Oh, drop some fire emojis in the comments if you feel me on this one. How many times you share a recommendation, you help somebody out, and they take it so personal and it just goes so wrong. It's like, I don't know if you eat rice or not, but I do. Sometimes when you eat, it goes down the wrong pipe and you start coughing. Oh, right? This is the same thing, right? You give somebody some love recommendation that they asked for. See, it's a big difference if they don't ask for it and you give it to them. That's a whole different thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the recommendation that they ask for, you give them, and they take it personal instead of taking it professional. I can't stress this enough. This is, oh, I could do 10 lives on this one. Taking it professional versus taking it personal is also applicable in your personal relationships. I can't stress this enough. You know, in a romantic relationship, when you're communicating together and one person says something and the other person just takes it personal, takes stabs at themselves with what you said, right? It's like, oh, that is not what I meant. That is not how I wanted to come out, right? So please take it professional, not personal, especially, considering the source, right? I mean, we can get into that a whole different, because I mean, if the source is reliable and loves you and cares for you, chances are it's not personal, right? So considering the source as well. And the last one, I can't believe he said this. The last one, third non-negotiable behavior by Gordon Ramsay is thick skin. He goes, you have got to have thick skin. And he says, you know what? It's a reality. You cannot please everybody. You cannot please everybody. Trust me, I have tried to please everybody to this point, and I have failed a lot. Way more than I want to say I've succeeded. But you gotta have thick skin. You've got to have thick skin and know that you have thick skin, and you know that, hey, you know what? God, and it goes hand in hand with number two, right? Because the more you take it personal, the thinner the skin, because it hurts, right? But the thicker skin you have, no, it's not going to hurt as much, if any, because you're probably going to take it personal, or you're just going to just brush it off, right? So these are three massive non-negotiable behaviors, and I love them, by Gordon Ramsay. Be a sponge, take it professional, not personal, and at the end, you got to have thick skin. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value on this. I appreciate you guys, all platforms. I'm very excited I can go on all platforms. I still haven't figured out TikTok. That's why like nobody comes really and nobody gives love. But with that, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love, tag a couple people. And I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love. Jay, I see you.